cities lost to time. Imagine walking through a dense jungle or across a silent desert, and suddenly discovering towering stone pyramids, broken temples, and empty streets swallowed by nature. Cities that once held thousands, sometimes hundreds of thousands of people, now abandoned and forgotten. Across the world, entire civilizations built magnificent cities filled with markets, palaces, and monuments to their gods. These cities were centers of power, culture, and innovation. Yet for reasons that historians and archaeologists are still trying to understand, many of them were eventually abandoned, disappearing from human memory for centuries. Today, hidden beneath forests, sand, and mountains, these ancient cities are slowly being rediscovered, revealing extraordinary stories about the rise and fall of civilizations that once shaped the world. The rise of great ancient cities. Thousands of years ago, the emergence of cities transformed human history. Early settlements grew into powerful urban centers where trade flourished, ideas spread, and cultures evolved. Cities became symbols of civilization. Massive walls protected their inhabitants. Temples and pyramids reflected spiritual beliefs, while palaces displayed the power of kings and rulers. Places like Babylon, Tikal, Angkor, and Petra were once among the greatest cities on earth. Their streets were crowded with merchants, artisans, priests, and travelers from distant lands. Water systems, roads, and monumental architecture demonstrated remarkable engineering skills. For generations, these cities thrived, becoming the beating hearts of their civilizations. But history is rarely permanent. When cities begin to fade, even the most powerful cities can face forces that slowly lead to their decline. Environmental change, political conflict, economic collapse, and natural disasters have shaped the fate of many civilizations. Sometimes rivers changed course, leaving cities without water. In other cases, farmland became exhausted, making it difficult to feed large populations. Wars between rival kingdoms destroyed infrastructure and forced people to flee. As conditions worsened, populations gradually moved away in search of safer lands and better opportunities. Over time, once busy streets fell silent. The jungle swallows the Maya cities. Deep within the jungles of Central America lie the ruins of some of the most remarkable ancient cities ever built. The Maya civilization constructed enormous urban centers such as Tikal, Calakmul, and Copan, complete with towering pyramids, ceremonial plazas, and complex road systems. At their peak, these cities supported large populations and advanced systems of agriculture, astronomy, and mathematics. But around the 9th century, many major Maya cities were mysteriously abandoned. Archaeological evidence suggests that severe droughts, environmental stress, and political conflict may have triggered the collapse of these urban centers. As people left, the jungle slowly reclaimed the land. Trees grew through stone plazas, vines wrapped around temples, and wildlife returned to areas once filled with human activity. For centuries, these magnificent cities remained hidden beneath dense forest. Angkor, the lost megacity of Cambodia. In Southeast Asia, another incredible city once stood at the center of a vast empire. Angkor, the capital of the Khmer Empire, was one of the largest cities in the pre-industrial world. The city was famous for its magnificent temples, including the iconic Angkor Wat, surrounded by vast reservoirs, canals, and road networks that supported millions of people. For centuries, Angkor was a thriving center of religion, politics, and culture. Yet by the 15th century, the city began to decline. Historians believe a combination of prolonged droughts, flooding, and political instability weakened the empire. Gradually, the population moved south toward new centers of power. Eventually, the jungle began to cover the once great capital, hiding its immense scale from the outside world for hundreds of years. Petra, the city carved in stone, hidden among the desert mountains of modern-day Jordan, lies Petra, one of the most visually stunning ancient cities ever built. Instead of constructing buildings from stone blocks, The inhabitants carved entire temples and tombs directly into the pink sandstone cliffs. Petra was the capital of the Nabatean kingdom, a powerful trading civilization that controlled major caravan routes linking Arabia, Egypt, and the Mediterranean world. Merchants from distant lands passed through Petra, carrying spices, incense, silk, and precious goods. But when sea trade began to replace overland caravan routes, Petra's economic power slowly declined. Earthquakes also damaged parts of the city, and its population gradually diminished. By the Middle Ages, Petra had largely faded from global awareness, known only to local communities until its rediscovery in the 19th century. The hidden cities revealed by modern technology. For centuries, many ancient cities remained hidden simply because they were buried beneath dense vegetation or layers of earth. Today, new technologies are transforming archaeology. One of the most powerful tools is LiDAR, a laser scanning system used from aircraft to map landscapes beneath forest canopies. Using LiDAR, researchers have discovered thousands of previously unknown structures in places like the Maya lowlands. Entire networks of roads, walls, and settlements have appeared in digital maps where dense jungle once hid everything from view. These discoveries suggest that ancient civilizations were far more complex and widespread than previously believed. The past is revealing itself in ways earlier generations of historians could never have imagined. Why cities are forgotten. When a city is abandoned, nature moves quickly to erase the signs of human life. Plants grow through buildings. Sand covers streets. Rivers shift, and forests reclaim open spaces. Within just a few centuries, entire urban landscapes can disappear beneath the environment that surrounds them. Without written records or continuous habitation, the memory of these cities fades. What was once a thriving metropolis can become nothing more than a legend or vanish completely from human knowledge, until archaeologists rediscover it. Conclusion: the echoes of lost civilizations. The ancient cities the world forgot were not merely ruins. They were once vibrant centers of life, innovation, and culture places where people built homes, worshipped their gods, traded goods, and shaped the course of history. Their disappearance reminds us that even the most powerful civilizations are not permanent. Environmental change, political conflict, and shifting economies can transform great cities into silent landscapes. Yet these forgotten places continue to speak to us through the work of archaeology. Every temple uncovered, every hidden road mapped, and every artifact studied helps us piece together the story of humanity's past. And somewhere, deep beneath jungles, deserts, or oceans, more forgotten cities are still waiting to be found silent witnesses to civilizations that once ruled the world.